In this session, we are focusing on Swadeshi movement. It was the movement that took place from 1905 to 1908. It was the part of Indian national movement. After the emergence of Indian National Congress in 1885, the initial leadership of Indian National Congress was in the hands of moderates. So moderates tried for nearly 20 years. In this time period, a new sections of leaders emerged in Indian National Congress. They were not happy with the achievements that moderates achieved in their leadership. Now the extremists, the people who opposed the moderate form of objectives and moderate form of methods to counter British imperialism were called extremists. So they have adopted extreme methods. In the context of 1905, the methods chosen by this new leadership were called as extremist ideas and extremist methods. So Swadeshi movement was one of the major methods or major movement led by extremist leadership in Indian National Congress. The immediate cause for 1905 Swadeshi movement was the partition of Bengal province. In previous session we have seen that how the Bengal province was partitioned. The British say it was a part of administrative convenience in order to divide Bengal province, because Bengal province was very big. Administering from Calcutta this much big province was a difficult part. That is why they have divided the Bengal province into two parts. One is West Bengal, Calcutta as the capital, and East Bengal, Dhaka as the capital. So this was only a pretext, but the real motivation behind this policy was to divide the Indian national movement, to divide the nationalist rising tide. So in these words can be seen in the opinion of British officials themselves. The British officials themselves acknowledged that Bengal united is a power. Bengal divided will pull these nationalists apart from each other. So this was the kind of attitude shown by the British officers, and it was acknowledged by some of the officers. So the real motives anyway came out from the British officers themselves. But the nationalists already understood the real motive behind this, and they were already preparing for a new kind of movement with new methods to counter British imperialist policies. Now, 1905, the Bengal partition gave them the opportunity to launch the mass movement. It was the first mass movement in the freedom struggle. So the significance of Swadeshi movement was, it was for the first time a mass movement was launched in the freedom struggle. Before 1905, the leadership of Indian National Congress was in the hands of moderates. These moderates did not believe in the power of masses. They were only countering the Britishers intellectually. And in that age, they thought that masses were not yet ready, and the first task is to create awareness among the people. So, when it comes to the extremist leaders, they believed in the power of masses and they wanted to involve masses into the mainstream nationalization. So Swadeshi movement has given them opportunity to bring masses into the national mainstream for the first time in our freedom struggle. It started as anti-partition movement by the extremists, demanded the main demand was annulment of the partition of the Bengal. So the British had divided the Bengal. Now their demand was to once again revert the decision and annul the partition of Bengal. Extremists adopted Swadeshi as a form to counter the British economic imperialism. They planned that British imperialism was possible because of its economic might. The economic power for British is coming, one, through exporting the raw material from Indian subcontinent, and two, creating demand or existing demand for British goods. Now they wanted to break this monopoly of the British. They wanted to give stiff competition for the British goods. One, one by boycotting the British goods. Indians will not buy the British goods. One method. Second method is creating own Indian brands to supplement the boycotted goods of the British. So now two pronged strategy the extremists followed. One, to boycott the goods. Second, to create Swadeshi goods in place of it. Now one of the significant aspect of Swadeshi movement was Vande Mataram had become the theme song of this movement. Vande Mataram, overnight it became famous during this movement. Vande Mataram was a song written by Bankim Chandra Chatterjee in 1880s in his novel Anandamath. It was the novel, Bengali novel. It was mainly focusing on the Sannyasi revolt of Bengal of 1770s. This we have discussed in previous classes also, in revolts against the British. In 1770s means just within 20 years of the establishment of British control of Bengal, there was a great revolt called Sannyasi revolt. So it is also the time period of Great Bengal famine. So during the trouble of Bengal famine, Sannyasis revolted against the British. Bankim Chandra Chatterjee, almost after 100 years, more than 100 years, Bankim Chandra Chatterjee has taken inspiration from Sannyasi revolt and he dedicated Anandamath to them. It's a Bengali novel. In this novel, he has given Vande Mataram. He has written this poem separately, but while publishing, Vande Mataram was published along with Anandamath. So Vande Mataram was published along with Anandamath. It is very important for examination point of view. This Vande Mataram became theme song of Swadeshi movement. Hence, it is also known as Vande Mataram movement. Almost Swadeshi movement became synonymous with Vande Mataram. So Vande Mataram movement also, Swadeshi movement means both are same. Now the developments, how the developments turned after the partition of Bengal, let us see. On 16th October 1905 was observed as Raksha Bandhan Divas. It was the date on which the Bengal partition took effectiveness. On this day, people followed Raksha Bandhan Divas. In this, the Hindus and Muslims tied Rakis to each other, symbolizing brotherhood. Because the British intention was to divide Hindus and Muslims. Now the people showed that they belong to same country and they are brothers. Rabindranath Tagore penned the song Amar Sonar Bangla. This song inspired later the liberation of Bangladesh. After the independence in 1947, Pakistan was created. This part of Bangladesh has become the East Pakistan. So till 1971, this part was called East Pakistan. This part was called West Pakistan. So they got independence in 1947. But after 1947, differences came between West Pakistan and East Pakistan. Because here Bengali was the language used by masses. Here Urdu was the major language. Now the East Pakistanis asked to add Bengali or to give respect for Bengali language also and to treat Bengali on par with Urdu. However, there were differences and there was some kind of repression against East Pakistanis by West Pakistan. Because of this, there was liberation movement in 1970s, early 1970s. During this liberation movement, Rabindranath Tagore, the poem of Rabindranath Tagore, Amar Sonar Bangla, this became very famous during this movement, and after the formation of Bengal, this became national song of Bangladesh. So this is The significance of Swadeshi movement. So Swadeshi movement has given a national song for Bangladesh and also national song for India also. See, this Vande Mataram became later national song of India. So Indian national song Vande Mataram became very popular, and Bangladesh national song Amar Sonar Bangla was written by Rabindranath Tagore during this moment. So these are significant developments of Swadeshi movement. Boycott of foreign goods. So Swadeshi was the method. Boycott of foreign goods became very normal. They boycotted clothes, soaps, shoes, cigarette, matchboxes and other coming from England were boycotted. Here we can see two things. One, England goods flooded India, and see the what kind of goods they flooded. Clothes, matchboxes, shoes, soaps, cigarettes. Clothes. India is the mother of textiles before the rise of British. Now India became importing country of clothes. This is the condition they reduced us. So British reduced the Indian economy to such a situation that once almost nearly 25% of GDP, of world GDP coming from Indian subcontinent. Now almost by the independence time period, almost it reduced to 2 or 3%. So that means they completely broken the industries of India, and also one time it was an exporting country of textiles. Now it became importing country of textiles. In those times when British Europeans penetrated into India in early 1600s and 1500s, they were buying textile goods and they were exporting textile goods of India like silk, calicos, muslin. Now you can see by 20th century, by 19th century and 20th century, cloths are becoming common products which are imported from England. That is why now nationalists, they already generated awareness among the people, and they created awareness that once England was purchasing clothes from India, today India is forced to buy clothes from England, so we have to boycott these foreign goods. Clothes were boycotted, soaps, shoes, cigarette, matchboxes, small items were also being imported from England. So this is the kind of, they literally made Indian market as their colony. So they are coming from England, now boycotted. Indigenous goods were promoted. So now on one hand boycotted the foreign goods, now to replace these goods, indigenous goods were promoted. Swadeshi stores were established for the sale of domestic products. In order to sell these Indian goods, separate stores were also created. These were called Swadeshi stores. And some of the manufacturing industries are also established during this Swadeshi movement. In 1907, P.C. Ray founded Bengal Swadeshi chemical stores in Calcutta. So in Calcutta, Swadeshi factory established. National education also became one of the core theme of Swadeshi movement. They boycotted the British educational institutions and they started indigenous national education schools and colleges. In 1906, famous Bengal National College was founded in Calcutta, which Aurobindo Ghosh as the principal. So Aurobindo Ghosh became the principal. Bengal National College was established. So factories established, educational systems established, Swadeshi stores established, and foreign goods boycotted. So they got the real power of British lies in their economics. Now they wanted to focus this economic angle. Now nationalists understood it. If they can be weakened economically, then gradually they can be weakened politically and militarily also. Ashwini Kumar Dutt, the leader of Congress in Bengal, founded youth association named Swadeshi Bandhav Samiti in Barisal, which had many branches spread all over Bengal. So this movement reached mass level. It reached youth also. It mobilized the power of youth immensely for the first time in Indian freedom struggle. Bipin Chandrapal, the leadership, if we see the leadership, Bipin Chandrapal, Arvindo Ghosh, Ashwini Kumar Dutt in Bengal. Balagangadhar Tilak became very prominent in Bombay province. Lala Lajpat Rai and Ajit Singh in Punjab. Syed Hyder Raja in Delhi and Jammu and Kashmir. V.O. Chidambaram Pillai in Madras. He even established a Swadeshi steam navigation company. Later, V.O. Chidambaram was arrested on the pretext that he is propagating hatred against the British, but one of the motives was he became very competitor by establishing Swadeshi steam navigation company. Navigation company means shipping industry. Shipping industry is the one of the most precious industry for Britishers because they could control these colonies because of shipping, because of the advanced technology in shipping. So V.O. Chidambaram Pillai, he encountered the British, the where he has hit the British where it is hurt most. So where it hurt most. So Swadeshi Steam Navigation Company was established by V.O. Chidambaram Pillai. So this is how you can see almost entire Indian subcontinent united under one banner, that is Swadeshi movement. So it is for the first time almost pan-Indian kind of movement, and for the first time masses were involved in Swadeshi movement. However, the magnitude of Swadeshi movement was not as great as non-cooperation movement and civil disobedience movements which are about to take place during Gandhian leadership. But so far, given the history from 1757 onwards, it was the time Battle of Plassey, 1764 Battle of Buxar, till 1905, gradually British were accumulating their power, their wealth, and they controlled Indian subcontinent. In order to give strong resistance, 1857 revolt has given a strong resistance, but it was crushed by the military mightiness. But after 1857, 1905, now not the militarily but economically, now the English were challenged. In 1857, English were challenged militarily. But now, after 1857, the true nature of colonialism was understood by Western educated intellectuals. These Western educated intellectuals gradually building the awareness about the colonial exploitation. By 1905, different theories like drain theory also became very popular. Drain theory, established by Dadabhai Naoroji, became very popular. Now, of all the mother of this colonial power lies in the economic mightiness. So that's why 1905 hit the economic prosperity of the English. That's where 1905 became very important moment in our Indian freedom struggle. Now let us see the impact. What kind of impact it had? Obviously, the British are going to follow repressive measures. So repressive measures taken by the British, internal differences within Congress and opposition of the Muslims were reasons behind gradual decline. So after 1908, there was a gradual decline of Swadeshi movement. By 1908, almost disappeared. One reason was within Congress there were differences. British took the advantage of these differences and they followed repressive measures. On the other hand, British were propping up Muslims to give opposition to the national movement. So there was some kind of opposition from Muslims also. So these are the reasons behind the gradual decline of Swadeshi movement. However, this has given some positive results, even though not immediately, but after a certain period, it gave positive results. In 1911, King George V visited India. He was the king of United Kingdom. He was the only British king to visit India. Since 1757, different kings came in United Kingdom, but only in 1911, For the first time, a king of United Kingdom visited India. Lord Hardinge was the viceroy of the time, and he held a grand darbar in Delhi for him. So now you observe, till this point, Calcutta was the imperial capital. Now the focus shifted to Delhi. Two announcements were made from Delhi Darbar. They were annulment of the partition. The demand of the Swadeshi movement was to take the decision back. So this was taken. The decision was annulled. Annulment of partition of Bengal was successfully taken by the British. Now the reunification of West Bengal and East Bengal took place. Transfer of the capital of British India from Calcutta to Delhi. Earlier it was the Calcutta. Now they shifted the capital of British India to Delhi. So they to fulfill the demand of Muslim League. Here, why they transferred the capital from Calcutta to Delhi? One, here, while separating the province, while dividing the province, British told the Muslim community, some of the Muslims communities, that they divided the Bengal for the sake of Muslims. To appease Muslims, they have done it. Now in 1911, what happened? Once again, both West Bengal and East Bengal were merged. That means whatever they said became wrong. In order to appease Muslims, they shifted capital from Kolkata to Delhi. Delhi was the once imperial capital of Delhi Sultanates and Mughal Empire. So in order to show that, they were giving glory to the Islamic capital of India. So that is how they portrayed their activities. So these are the kind of policies followed by the British. It was part of divide and rule policy. So while dividing Bengal also, they followed divide and rule policy. After the intense pressure from Swadeshi movement, they have taken their decision back. Still, they have shown their divide and rule policy by shifting capital from Kolkata to Delhi. So these are various aspects about Swadeshi movement. We have seen the circumstances for the rise of Swadeshi movement, the impact of Swadeshi movement, and the kind of mass participation of masses in the Swadeshi movement, different leaders in different geographical locations during Swadeshi movement. So this session mainly focused on this part. Next session we will continue with Home Rule movement.